Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, I got a really good friend with me here. We got Chupacabra,
Hello, everybody.
and you're playing your main character, somebody that I really haven't got to show off too much because I've just really been too low to kind of group with you.
I've always been stuck in City of Mist too.
Yeah. What level and what class are you playing for those that maybe have never seen it before?
It's a 55 mage.
And he's been working on his epic, guys. He hasn't quite gotten there yet. He's missing what, just one more piece?
Three items.
Oh, 3 items. Okay.
One's gonna be oof.
You're a little faster than I am, apparently.
Oh, I've got my J boots. I'm sorry. Here we go. I'll take it off.
It's all right. But we're going to be running over someplace. If you want to tell them where our destination is.
We're gonna go over to the Great Divide, so that way AC can get his tooth, so he can get ports over there now.
And I like that, guys. I kind of wish they had done that a little bit more. It kind of like brings me back to Everquest 2 when it first came out. It was a lot like Everquest 1. And one of the things they did in that game that I kind of wish they had done a little bit more in this one was make you have to get to a location before you could teleport back to it. You actually had to go to the physical place and pick up like a leaf or a key or something that was on the ground. Very easy to do if you could get there. So it kind of proved that, one, you knew how to get there manually. You knew how to like traverse the continent and get there physically yourself. And two, that you were at least high enough or skilled enough to get there. And usually it required a combination of the two. You needed to be high enough and skilled enough to be able to get there. So it kind of was nice because nowadays you could get a teleport over to a zone you've never been to before. And then when you get there, you immediately die and you're like, oh great, how do I get back to the Druid ring? I've never been into this zone. You don't really run into those issues when you're forced to go to that Druid ring yourself and pick up a piece. So there we go. Nice.
You encumbered? Do you want me to carry some stuff for you, man?
I'm a little bit overweight. Let me look. Let me see how much.
You're always encumbered.
Yeah, I'm 109 at 85. Don't really have anything on but my food. I mean, unless the high quality. Yeah.
Those pelts are a little heavy.
They're a pound a piece. They're not too bad.
Oh. You probably... Man, are you carrying silver and copper again?
No, I am carrying 700 and 26 platinum.
Oh, that might do it.
Yeah.
That might do it.
And the meat, how much is the meat? The meat can't be that bad.
Nah, the meat's
1
light.
pound.
Yeah.
6 pounds right there.
That's cool. Take it nice and slow.
Hill giant toes, yeah, 1. What is actually keeping me heavy? I don't know.
It's gotta be your plat.
Yeah, it's the only thing I got on me other than the backpack. So
We can go into third as well.
Well, I mean, if you got the weight allowance, I can give you the plat because I trust you on that one. So.
Yeah, I've got about 30 pounds I can spare.
All right, guys, here, let's give him 726 platinum. And what is my weight now? I am 87 at 85. Okay, so yeah, that was like 15, 20 pounds right there.
There you go.
Nice. All right, so I can run a little faster.
Oh, I gotta visit you again. Hang on.
But yeah, so I definitely appreciate it when you had to go get like a key for a zone. Like Seb is one of my favorite zones. You will hear me talk about that zone again and again and again. And the main reason I talk about some of these higher level zones more than I talk about the lower level zones is if you think about the amount of time you spend in Unrest, you think about the amount of time you spend in, say, Mistmore, that doesn't even come close to the amount of time that you're going to be spending in whatever zone or zones that you choose to go to from like level 40 to 50 because it's a lot slower. And then when you get up into your 50s through level 60, those zones are even slower than that because the levels themselves are like double heck levels and triple heck levels, and each level is just worse than the last one to level up through. So you're going to find a place, and Sab was just my place. That was just the zone that I spent all my time in. And you're going to stay there for months and months and months. And if you are a casual, it's going to be probably a year, that you're going to be leveling up those characters. So you're going to get very familiar with that. What about you? What would your zone be for leveling up at, like level 50 to say 55 or 50 to level 60?
If I had the time to commit to it, I would love to do it in Civilus, but it's hard to get a group 1. It's kind of out of the way too, and the time that I have to commit to it's not enough to warrant me going over there.
Yeah.
So right now what I'm doing is Carnor's Castle. a lot of folks will say it's slow. It is a little slower experience-wise,
It's good
but
loot.
yeah, it's good loot. It's near a druid and wizard port. Fiona is right there if you need to sell something, bank, things like that. So it's a little more centrally located than Civilis.
I mean, I'd have to agree with you on every one of those that you said about Seb. It's really out of the way, guys. That's if I had to give it one horrible drawback, that would be it. Because once you zone in, you can't zone back out. Not unless you run through like half the zone to get there, and it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. It's actually pretty dangerous.
You going?
So yeah, I mean, you have to go next to where the fungi tunic drops to be able to get out of that place. So you're not going to want to do that. You're not going to be able to do that for most classes because you can't just invis your way there. You can invis, I think, about halfway there, and then the other half you're going to have to make a mad dash. And people have done it, but if you die, it's a nightmare to get your body back. One, and two, it's really usually just better to pay a druid. And druids will occasionally come into that zone and be like, I'm right here at the entrance where everybody else is. I'm teleporting. I'm gonna make a lot of money now because you guys have been stuck here for a couple hours, looking for a group and nobody's really taking. So
You still with me?
yeah, I'm coming straight down.
Okay.
There we go.
And this is the valley into the Great Divide.
Nice. And it definitely seems aptly named right here, guys. The Great Divide. Nice little valley here. Nice little indentation in the hills. So it kind of gives you the lore of the area, and they definitely thought about that a little bit. But yeah, it's really out of the way over in Seb, and the fact that you need a key to be able to get inside. With my cleric, I would park him there, and he would be bound on the outside. So if I ever needed to, I could gate out, and I could at least get out of the zone. Melee classes, they don't have that luxury. Once they zone in, they are there for the duration until they get somebody who can teleport them out. But I would stay over there for months. I would never even make my way back to town. And that's why you guys will see me overweight all the time. You're like, why do you have backpacks full of food? As a cleric, you can summon your own food. You can summon your own water. But because I would stay over there literally for months without ever going back to town. In fact, you would have to drag me back to town. You would have to wait until I was out of Paradox completely. I didn't have any food or water. I had so much money, platinum, and not gold, just platinum, that I could barely even walk anymore. And then I'd be like, okay, let's make the run, because I could never for the life of me find a druid. Never. I always had to make that run out of that area. And I don't know if it was the same for you, but trying to leave Seb was a lot more dangerous for me than trying to get to Seb.
You're encumbered.
Well, but it just seemed like I'd run into like a gazillion monsters on the way out, but on the way in, I never run into any of them.
Right.
So it's like they open up their doors and they're like, yes, this is a Venus flytrap. Please come in. But then when you actually want to leave, they're like, nope, not so much, guys. You're kind of stuck here. So I would always die several times on the way out. And it just got to the point where I was like, I don't want to leave. I'll stay here. I'll get more experience. I'll get more loot. And my equipment would just be overflowing with like, all the name loot that drops there. And yeah, I remember I can't remember what the name of the room is, but there's one where it has the 4 names in that one area. There's one in each room.
The crypt, I can't remember what it's called specifically.
And there's one right down the hallway too, and that's usually another.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's usually another group on its own. But there's be occasions where nobody was camping that, and you'd be able to have a good enough group to kill fast enough that you could do all of those, and you would actually get like 6 names in one group, guys. It was freaking nuts. So
is that called the crypt on here? I can't remember if it's called the crypt or not.
I think the crypt was the one down the room. But the four rooms in the center, I can't remember what that one was called.
It's sort of like the Hierophant's cloak and all that stuff drops down there.
Yeah.
People go down there to try to get torpor drops as well, the spell.
It was just, that was the room to get into if you could.
That or the king room.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy, guys. That thing was always camped, and you had to be good because everybody wanted to be able to kill quickly, get massive amounts of experience and loot, because the way it worked out is every time somebody killed a named, it usually dropped something, sometimes good, sometimes common. But because you had so many people and so many things to kill, everybody seemed to get loot like every, 30, 40 minutes. You got an item. You didn't have to wait 6 or 7 mobs for, a name to spawn, and then that name drops something and you random on it. Now you have to wait another like 3-4 hours for another name to spawn. No, it was pretty much every time something spawned, there was at least 2, sometimes 3 names in the groupage because there's so many names you were killing. So it was just a mad dash for loot and experience.
You want to bank some of this stuff right now, or you want to do it after we get the tooth?
It's up to you, man. I mean, doesn't bother me either way. I love the water though. It's freaking neon water over here.
Yeah, waterfalls to the right. It shows the entrance to Thurgoden.
I did see Sirkin. He was running over here. I think he found a waterfall, and he was running away from people because I think he parked himself over there in Thurgoden, right next to the bank, which happens to be like the worst spot if you're trying to hide out to park yourself next to a bank. I'm not really sure what he was thinking on that one, but he was doing his live streaming podcast, and I guess everybody wanted to be on camera, so there's like an entire guild show up, and they're all waving and stuff. And then he did his little, almost how we call it, like bard speed, but it's more like GM bard speed.
He's got that GM speed. Yeah, it's just he just flies through zones.
I guess you get used to it after a while because I saw him go up into, I think it was Velks, and you have to go up that little ramp or whatever.
I'd be crashing into everything.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but there was a little itty bitty tiny ramp, and he's going like Mach 14. I kid you not, guys. It looks like the trees are gonna like rip up from their roots. That's how fast he's going through this game. Think of like Piranhas. And think of like the 10 minutes it takes to run through that zone, even with Spirit of the Wolf. Now imagine running through that zone in like 12 seconds. That's the kind of speed he has at his disposal. It's nuts. And he was able to make that turn so quickly and so beautifully that he went right up that ramp. And I could swear like he must have been doing it in like slow motion, and he just sped up the footage because that's just like he must do that all the time. He's just so used to it. That's just the way it is. It has to be a nightmare though if he ever has to play like any other class on any other game. He's like, why am I going so slow? Because I've had that happen to me when I've grouped with who was it? Was it Alar or was it Duthraka that has the bard?
Duthraka's got it. Darth Dragon's got the bard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That does Cypher.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it might be Cypher too. We grouped with the bard a while back, and we were with him for I think about 3 hours, and then we went back to something else, and we got rid of him. And I kid you not, guys, it was just like snail-paced slowness, and we had Spirit of the Wolf on. So it was going from Bard speed to Spirit of the Wolf, and we still felt like we were barely even moving. So that just would be a nightmare to kind of switch back and forth. Oh, these things are blue to us. Tons of hit points on them, though, guys. Tons of hit points.
Sure. This thing sees through and fizz? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it says ready to attack.
Yeah, if you don't mind rooting it real quick.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and give it a instill here.
Oh, he's not hitting too hard at all.
No, but I think they just have tons of hit points, right? Like the worms. I'm just glad we're not fighting those devourers, but they're not in this zone. And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, for those younger ones, I do apologize, but they literally look like sperm with teeth. That's just what they are, guys. Unfortunately, there's no better way to describe them. Once you see them, you're going to be like, yeah, that's a perfect description of them. Everybody on any server who ever played this game has described them the exact same way. So, wow, you're just tearing this thing up, man. Wow, how much are you hitting for each time?
450. It's just a fast cast.
That is nuts.
Like, really fast cast, yeah.
What is that chasing after him?
Dude, do not do that to me. Root it, and I'll take care of it.
You want me to root it?
Yeah, go ahead and root it.
All right.
He's in your guild.
Oh, crap, I rooted the wrong thing. Let me get it again. I rooted a dead corpse.
Oh, he's a monk, man.
There we go. What's his life at? Nah, he's good.
He's good.
Let me give him a buff here.
Smoke this dude, though.
Yeah, I think they're heading back after a wipe.
Looks like they're going to Velks, yeah.
Yeah, so when you see other people kind of doing that, guys, if you have the ability to help them out, definitely do it. Because if they have to run with something on them, not only are they running away from whatever's on them, but they're also going to be running into other stuff because they have no chance to sit there and catch their breath.
Oh, so happy I got that. Very nice. Good worm for attacking me. I appreciate it.
Oh, did you need that?
Yep.
What was that for?
So glowing worm bile, they're no drop, and they are for the 5th, I think, Shaw quest.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, here we go. So do I need to keep this tooth on me at all times then?
That tooth needs to be on you if you want to get ported. Yes.
Okay. So
the good thing about it
Go ahead.
is as you pick up the tooth. For those that don't know, Iceclad to get the Velius. Iceclad is a free port. You don't need anything. You just need a druid and or wizard that has a spell for the group, and they can port the group over here. For Great Divide, Awakening Lands, and Cobalt Scar, however, you need the Tooth from the Druid Ring, which AC just picked up. Oh, it's a ground spawn. It's pretty fast respawn. It should respawn here in a few. There it is. It's already respawned. As you pick up the next tooth, you can get rid of the previous tooth, if that makes sense.
The next two, you talking about the ones like the way you listed it in order?
Yep. So Great Divide first.
Do you have to do it in a Great Divide first? You can't just skip to the last one?
Skip to the last one and not even worry about it. It's just it's a pain in the butt to run.
Oh, but you can do it if you actually have the...
do it, yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
Actually, when we're ready to do it as a group, we can do that easily because I actually have the Sky Shrine key. So we can run through Sky Shrine and Viz. I can click, as long as we're all near each other, I can click on the portal in Sky Shrine to get us to Cobalt Scar because you only need one person in the group with a key.
Oh, nice. That's going to be cool, guys.
We can actually get that for you tonight if you want to as well.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome to show that off. And then at least, I hate to do it without the other guys, but at the very least, if you got a cleric who has that on them, then at least they can get there easily and they can res people. So
yeah, it makes things easier.
Yeah. I mean, so there's a few classes that you definitely want to kind of go out of your way to make sure they get the stuff that they need. But if everybody has it, obviously it makes everything a lot easier for everybody all around. So we'll definitely have to do that for everybody down the road. But I do appreciate you coming over here and showing me how to get over here to this spot right here.
Oh, it's no problems. You still have CMViz?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And this seems like a pretty safe spot, right? Are there any roamers? Because Iceclad is definitely not a safe port.
Yeah, there's roamers there. There was one time I actually zoned in with Chupa porting somebody and one of those worms attacked me.
In this area right over here?
At the actual ring itself, yeah.
Oh, okay. So but is it often? Because I know with Iceclad, I've only zoned in there since I've been back like 4 times, and 3 of those 4 times I've been attacked immediately upon zoning in. So
yeah, Iceclad's way worse.
Okay.
By far the scariest one is Awakening Lands because there's a dragon that roams that area, and if the dragon's up, it's not a good day.
Like a main dragon, like Nox and Vox?
Oh yeah, big boy. Wushi,
wow.
Wushi.
Oh my god, nobody ever killed that guy when I was playing back in the day. I don't know what it was. Maybe his loot was bad, maybe he just wasn't worth the trouble, but that dude was always up, and it just seems ridiculous that nobody ever wanted to kill him.
Oh yeah, it gets bad. I mean, people will be in there and like, Wushi up, somebody come kill him, and yeah, just like you said, he'll be up for days.
What's the reason behind that? Do you know? Like, just does he not drop anything worthwhile?
No idea. I honestly don't know what he drops at all, but I would think he has to drop something.
Well, I mean, they all drop something, but it's just kind of like he may be one of those creatures that it's more trouble than it's worth, really.
Right.
And you're going to need like 110 people, and they all got to be uber geared. And then when you kill him, nothing on that guy is worth the uber gearness that they already have. And it's just like, oh, it's just going to go to ult. So it's like, why even bother with it?
He looks really cool, too. I like the way he looks as a dragon. He's pretty unique.
Yeah, I definitely want to at some point down the road, guys. I mean, we got a long way to go, obviously, but I want to get up to 46 so we can start doing some rating, and I want to show you the footage from start to finish, because from what I've seen with people who shoot footage, and, I don't really blame them, because when you do raids, a lot of your concentration, when I mean a lot of your concentration, I mean all of your concentration needs to be going into doing the raid. So my plan on it would be to film the footage or film the raid itself without doing any commentary, and then after the fact go back with it and maybe do like a round table either with all the friends, all the YouTubers that I do videos with, Chupa, Hydros, all of them, and talk about what's actually going on in the video and just kind of talk about our old past experiences with it. Or if I can get enough people together of certain classes, I'll bring in all mages and have the mages sit there and go through the raid and tell you what they do on an average pull and look at the footage and being like, okay, so this is what's going on here, and as a mage, this is what you need to be doing.
That's easy.
For mages, maybe, but I mean, every class is a little bit different. And then, of course, for people who have never done it, even for a mage or even for a class that maybe doesn't have to do a lot, not that I'm saying mages don't, I'm just saying that...
Oh, we don't.
Well, you got to be doing something, right, don't you?
Mod rods and Call the Hero.
Oh, well... I know they kind of get that rap that that's all they have to do, but you're not doing any direct damage spells or anything at all?
Most of our direct damage spells are resisted, just because of the fact that the resist rates for the mobs are pretty high. And we don't really get a modifier to our resist like other classes do. Like wizards get their Bane line of spells for giants and dragons. You're talking about 2,000 damage per cast. It's that's pretty substantial.
I'm just showing off the dwarves over here, guys, because if you look at pre-Canarch or you look at pre-Velius, the graphics on those guys are not the most state-of-the-art. And as Velius came out, they started upping the graphics little bit by little bit, and this is actually pretty cool. You can see like the cell shading and the actual engraving on the armor, and you can see that it's actually three-dimensional as the cuffs actually come off of the hand. It's no longer like a skin that's just kind of been painted on them. So they definitely started to upgrade the game around this era, and it still has the same effect, that same feel of the old classic. Like they didn't go in a completely different direction yet. That comes down the road when they start going into Luckland and and Plane of
Right.
Knowledge and things of that sort. They start going in a completely different direction with their graphics.
What we should have done is had you calm one of those when you were out of line of sight. I think
Oh
you could.
yeah,
I think everybody's probably dubious or apprehensive, one of the two.
yeah, because they were indifferent, but I forgot I had an invis on right there. So
Yeah, we can do that up here. You should be apprehensive at the worst though, which is still good enough to go in there and bank
high
and
elves,
stuff, I believe.
high elves, man. Almost everybody loves a high elf. It's one of the safest classes or races, I should say, to start with when you come into a game for the very first time. A lesser Targu, huh? Where did you go all the way in already?
No, I started going in though. You saw Less
There
Target
you go.
at the entrance there.
Yeah, it's the same little bug
It's a
that you'll see.
glitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in most zones. Like if you go into unrest and you see like 400 mobs standing right there, it gives you a heart attack, and you're just like, I got to get out of here.
So
Oh
right
yeah,
here, you want to be careful because this is actually
Ice.
ice. You'll slide. Oh my goodness! What in the world?
Did you just fall in? You just fell into a little crack.
It's stuck.
Oh my god, you rewind. Be kind, rewind, guys. There is a little crack there though. So if you stop halfway through there,
I've never seen it.
there's a crack. So you want to go a little faster over that. That's
Gotta eat more
weird.
donuts.
You're right. You're too thin, man. It's kind of nuts. Okay, so let me go ahead and drop my invis here, and I'll go ahead and con these guys. And I am apprehensively.
Wow, that is freaky.
Did you? Yeah, you got out. Yeah, there you are.
I'm not doing that again. Anyways, there's ice right there.
All right, so they're not going to kill me. That's good. But I like the design of this area. Now, we are a little tall, to be honest, for this city, so occasionally you will kind of have to duck down.
Yeah, ogres, trolls, and barbarians have it the worst by far.
They just have it the worst, period. Like, it doesn't matter where they go. It's going to be nasty for them. Okay, this looks really, really familiar. Like, this is where you're going to spend a lot of time, guys. And
Here's
here
the
you
bank,
go.
right? The bank's in here, and oh, Josiah, what's up, dog?
Underfootish.
That's my buddy.
I like the armor, man. Green.
That is the tunic, I believe, is the Sky Shrine quest tunic.
Yeah, my brother was always trying to get, green gear for his druid because he just felt like that matched. That should be what you use, but it's not very common, guys. The green gear is very, very difficult to get in this game. So
How much did you give me? 726.
7 something, I don't remember.
Yeah, 726. Yeah, drop that in the bank, dude. You carrying all that money, you could get pickpocketed.
Yeah, that would be really, really unfortunate if that was actually a thing. There we go. Let me put that in there, guys. Yeah, I was just saving a little bit for like the ports and stuff. I am up to 957 in the bank right there, guys. I'm gonna hold on to that cash so that I can buy my next level spells because it just it's expensive, really is. Let's see, can I put some toes in the bank? Because those things are not really doing me any good on my guy.
You want me to hold on to these pelts?
Yeah, I mean if you
So
want to, I mean
space.
you don't have to. I can hold on to them. That way I can transfer them over to your other guys when you're ready.
Yeah, actually, if you don't mind. Let me know when you're ready.
Give me 1 second. I'm just checking my backs, make sure I don't have anything else. Got some items in there. Nope, that should be good. All right, I am ready. Now, is there anything to be aware of in this town that some classes may have to worry about, such as rogue or corrupt guards, things of that sort?
No, if you come in here fresh and you haven't killed any Coldane at all, I believe everybody should be apprehensive at the worst. So you should be good to go. The great thing about this city is the fact that here in this one spot alone, you can do, I believe, baking. Well, not right here in this area, but in here you can do pottery. You can do baking in the city very easily, and you can raise those up fairly high.
Oh, well, then I'll have to come back here for pottery, guys, because
Like
I've done a little bit of it, but it's a long walk back and forth,
pottery is one of these two sets of NPCs here. I can't remember which one sells the clay that you need. The other one sells the pattern, and then somebody over here sells the water that you need. And then you just come over to the pottery wheel, throw it all on there, you're good to go, and destroy it because it doesn't sell back for anything.
Yeah,
Not even
that's
fired, and firing the pottery doesn't give you any more skill ups. It just costs an extra firing sheet, which is extra plat that's wasted.
well. I mean, you can always, because I did read on there, you could always use that item in your metalworking, your blacksmithing, and then the item that you get out of that is not worth anything, but you get to upgrade both skills at the same time. So,
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
but I still think it's probably more work
Yeah,
than it's worth on that one, because you can just do studs and do the easy stuff to upgrade that skill as well. So, and I think this is what this guy's doing right here. He's
Yep.
dropping stuff on the ground.
He's
Yep,
definitely doing pottery.
that's it right there. He's doing the unrefined medium bowls. So he's going up in his skill right there. So where are we headed next?
All right, we're gonna go run through Kale, which is gonna be
A little
a little
dangerous.
scary. A little scary. I'm gonna see if Josiah can actually go outside and give us a sell.
Now, is there any spot in this zone that you would like to point out to people that you like the most? Is there like a room that just looks really cool, or is there a space that you tend to go to when you need to, have a few minutes to just kind of park your guy or anything like that?
Oh, I usually park right here on the bank, but I mean the zone has the king is in the zone. Well, he's in a different part of the zone. You actually have to zone into Icewell Keep, I believe. But down here, there's a cool little statue down here.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Look at those eyes, guys.
And that's a statue of Brel.
He looks a little too happy. Look at him, guys.
He's always drinking.
He does seem to have something in his hand, right? Is that
It should be a pick.
Well, no, he has the pick in one hand, but in the other hand, it looks like he might have some kind of, I don't know, is he gripping a flask, or is that just his thumb that's coming out the top?
Yeah, I think it's just his fist. He got some weird paws going on.
Oh, okay. And then, of course, he's wearing his little crown of candles right there, so
Candles.
that's kind of
Yep.
cool.
Cool. Josiah's got to give us a little help with the sew.
Oh, nice. So, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I want to give a big shout out to Josiah right there for being kind enough to do that. But as well as to Chupa here for, again, leading me through here and, showing off some of the places. If you guys want to follow in our footsteps and come here and, just kind of gives you an idea of these areas that you may not have been to, or at least may have not been to in a long, long time, such as me. It's just, man, it's been like 10 years plus maybe since I've been in these zones. So I recognize them. I'm familiar with a little bit of them. If I had to, I could probably find my way through them after some point, but it's definitely nice to have a friend here, a guide that can kind of point things out and be like, okay, this is safe. You don't have to worry about what's around the next corner, because there are some cities out there that definitely have creatures that like you go down in the sewers in Kinos, and you're going to get attacked if you're a low enough level, which is definitely possible since you start in that zone. So it's just nice to have a friend here to help out with that kind of knowledge. But again, guys, I want to thank you all again for watching. If you are watching on my channel, I just want to thank you again for all the kind comments and likes that you guys have been leaving lately. It's really beautiful, and I can't wait to read more and more every day, guys. So again, until next time.
Subscribe.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.